Okay, guys, I just want to say there's a good chance I will not be watching the Greatest Royal Rumble at 12 o'clock because either I'm going to be going to physical therapy or I'm going to the doctor because it's head cold. I actually have an appointment this Friday as a checkup, but if I don't feel any better, I'm going to be going to my doctor to find out what this head cold is because it has come and gone a lot and it's getting on my nerves. So there's a good chance I will not be... You can hear it. I sound terrible. There's a good chance I will not be seeing the Greatest Royal Rumble immediately as it airs. So it'll probably be later in the night. Maybe about 8 or 9 o'clock. I'll have the upload ready and go on YouTube. So I hope you guys understand that. So now getting this out of the way. What did we get before this Greatest Royal Rumble? Not a bad show. It had some good things I actually thought was encouraging. And I want to make this really clear. I may be making a couple of videos about how Smackdown might be, how Rusev may be, how Oscar may be. I don't know if I'm going to exactly do them. I'm considering doing some debate of the weeks on the state of Smackdown. That might be the right way to say it. Because, honestly speaking, I do not feel confident that this draft that we had is going to help the talent. And I'll probably be elaborating on that from the videos that I'll see if I can produce in the next couple of days if I'm not feeling any better. Well, feeling better than not feeling any better. You see, I'm really not thinking. I got a nasty head cold. It's making me hard to think. I gotta try and make this short. Okay. The general show was okay. But there were a few things I was kind of like, First thing that was, I'm going to the 6-man tag first because I really didn't want to watch it. I really didn't. The ending was good, what happened with Nakamura, Anderson, and AJ. But seeing Rusev there just rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry. If anyone is okay with Rusev being, being a heel and not complaining that this guy deserves to be a face, he needs to be he needs to be a face. There is no doubting this. By him going into the Greatest Royal Rumble in a casket match, just like I said on Raw, I'm sure Rusev is happy as can be doing this match with The Undertaker. I'm sure he's an Undertaker fan still. He loved The Undertaker and he's honored to actually do a casket match with the guy. This does not help Rusev. This is a freaking squash match for Rusev, making it look worse for him. People are going to burn out on him very soon. It's going to happen, like Seth Rollins. I'm not a Seth Rollins fan. I'm a Rusev fan. But Seth Rollins had the same popping when he came back, and instead of turning him face, they kept him heel, and he lost all of it when he turned face. So we got Rusev, who is a heel, who is heavily loved. And he's at this edge. He's this close to beginning to have those cheers drop. And then when the WWE says, oh, finally he's turned to a heel and we like him, let's turn him face, it'll be a waste. So I didn't care about this match whatsoever. But the ending of the match, seeing that Nakamura gives some more gonad love to AJ's gonads was okay. Seeing Anderson taking the bullet for AJ was alright. And then again taking the bullet for AJ. That, I say, was some decent booking. I'm not saying it was incredible, but at least it's an okay ending of the show. The Bar versus New Day. What am I saying, The Bar versus New Day? Actually, I'd rather see The Bar versus New Day than actually see New Day going to the Greatest Royal Rumble, to be honest. To be honest, that's what I want. Seeing that The Bar was talking to New Day. I'm sorry I kind of blanked because I do have a head cold. Seeing that The Bar was promoting their match. I think it's Matt and Bray Wyatt they're going to be going up against to try and get the Raw Tag Team belts. I'm alright with them trying to promote it. But seeing New Day going into the Royal Rumble, I'm sorry. I just feel like that's a waste of their time. I really do. I really believe they can be doing something else. They can be doing something in the back that's very entertaining. A lot of times they can be very entertaining with the Usos. They can be very entertaining by themselves. But when you put them in the big smosh of a Royal Rumble, it just takes away from them. And I think it's not necessary to put them in the Royal Rumble. I just feel like they could have been doing something in the back instead of actually doing something in the Royal Rumble. That's just me. The Iconics have a moment. I'm going to say this now. I'm still a Mickie James lover. I'm still a Naomi lover. I love those women. I think Naomi is one of the most beautiful black women I've seen in a long time. She has a beautiful attitude. She's very beautiful. And she warms your heart. Then you see Mickie James, a gorgeous power tan woman, half white, half power tan, Native American. Very intelligent, very beautiful, has an incredible lineage. Incredibly beautiful and sexy. You want to just hold on to her and never let her go. And now you see Billie Kay. Oh my gosh. I love me my Naomi. I love me my Mickie James. But that, woo! That is something. If neither one of them existed, I would say to Billie Kay, please, marry me. I will do everything I can to make you happy. I will be your love for the rest of your life. I would do everything I can not to look at anyone. I will wear blinders like this and just look at you. I don't care. That's the beauty of Billie Kay. Not take anything away from, oh my goodness, I can't remember her partner's name. I'm really not feeling well. But I'll probably remember in a few minutes. But seeing her is gorgeous. But then you have the Iconics versus Asuka and Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan? No, I think that's not her name. I'm so blanking on. I'm so angry when I blank on somebody. But when it came down to it, when I saw that Asuka now jobbed again, and I know Asuka wasn't one who directly jobbed, but it's not the point. She lost again. And I see a trend beginning. And a lot of people are thinking Asuka's going to be incredible. Asuka's going to be written great. Asuka this and Asuka that. Nope. Peyton Royce. I hate myself. Why didn't I remember Peyton Royce's name? Damn it! You see how sick I am. Anyway, seeing Asuka lost again. Now a lot of people want to say, well, she's got to lose once in a while. There's no problem. Dude, watch. I do not see Asuka just winning all the time. I see Asuka losing a lot more than she's winning. And I see Asuka not being written for almost nothing at all. It's coming. And it's sad. They built her up for almost 3 years. And now they're throwing SmackDown Live after WrestleMania, after WrestleMania, jobbing to someone who didn't need to be jobbed to. I'm sorry. Charlotte didn't need to be jobbed to because she's not as good as everyone thinks she is. And Asuka is going to go from here, slowly here, done. And when they turn her heel, it'll be worse. Because they don't know how to write for her, or they don't want to write for her. I just see that. And now that I spoke about Charlotte, and the so nice, we saw it twice, Carmella's video package. Now, I gotta say, I haven't seen that in a while. Carmella coming out and saying 100% one of the complaints I've always had. How come the challenger, who's more important than the champion, always is announced last? And Carmella said it very clearly. How come you're announcing her last? I'm the freaking champion. Announce her and let her come out first. Now, of course, you could say, why did you come out first then? But, as you know, Renee Young called her out first. And this is the thing that I agree with. How come Carmella couldn't come out last? You make her champ, but you're treating her like shit. And then when she had her when she had her segment and then the vid packs twice, I felt that was a nice touch. But I knew there was no way they're not going to let Charlotte have her moment. And look what happened. And I will say this. I am still not a Charlotte fan. I don't hate her, but I truly believe that she's still too green to be on the main roster. She hasn't improved. Not one damn bit. She's still sloppy, and it shows. But I will say, at least in this situation, someone must have told her in the back, go out there, say nothing, punch her, and throw over the table and leave. And since she listened to someone, because I know she doesn't normally listen to anybody, this is what we got, and it was very effective. So whoever convinced her to do that, thank you. Her coming out, signing the contract, admittedly, she should have never smiled. She should have stayed stone-faced, angry. Sign, look at her, throw the table over, hit her, and then leave. Not doing anything other than that. And I think she would have gotten over even more better than grinning at her. That is the thing that I wish she hadn't done. But other than that, it was still a good segment. Now, the opening segment with The Miz. I'll say this. Seeing that The Miz is trying to say that he is changed, was still following the story of his Morgan Sky daughter. It's okay. In fact, I kind of enjoyed hearing him say, look, I'm a changed man. I made a mistake. I learned from my lesson. I don't hate Daniel Bryan, but if Daniel Bryan wants to come out here and punch me in the face, come bring it. I'll take it. But then Big Cass comes out and cuts a so-so promo. Hearing that he was like Daniel Bryan, that's why he hates him so much, until he grew and grew and grew, until I'm the Big Cass and I kicked everyone's ass, and then I'm glad I got my ass kicked just like those guys. I kicked the ass up because I deserved it, because I'm nothing but a peon like all of you and Daniel Bryan. I'm not sure if that worked. Honestly, I am not sure that really worked for him. But he tried to sell it. When he went away from that and talked about what it meant to be Big Cass, be the big man who came back, be the big man who can bring in money with his chiseled looks. I agree with that. It does work for him. But when he had to get angry because Daniel Bryan and him came back at the same time, was recognized to be able to come back into the ring, and he was foreshadowed, you can make some understanding about it, but when he started talking about when he was a little kid, really took away from it, and it went so-so. But I am interested in seeing how far they are going to go with Daniel Bryan and Big Cass. And The Miz is still being left alone. That's good. I am very glad The Miz has not fully interacted with Daniel Bryan. I wouldn't mind keep seeing these type of segments where he calls him out and then something else happens. That's just me. Here's the thing I really did enjoy the most out of the entire show. Jimmy versus Eric. Now, it wasn't the fact that the match went the way it was. It was what happened before the match. Before the match. When Naomi interacted with Jimmy. And you saw a little bit of drama. My goodness. Finally, we got a little bit of a damn story here where you see the wife of one of the wrestlers, who's a wrestler herself, worry about her man, came out last week, which I didn't really get a chance to see all of it, and tried to protect her man. And she comes out to her husband after seeing her brother-in-law. Gotta go there. She's telling him, I'm worried about you. And he says, I don't want to see you come out there again. Don't worry about me. He says, yeah, I'm going to worry about you because I see nothing in those eyes. When I went out there and looked at those eyes, they are blank. No, this ain't right. I don't have a good feeling about this. This is wrong. So when you see this situation, and when you see the match itself, which wasn't that bad, I kind of wish they wouldn't do it, because it is 50-50 booking. It is. If they had only had one match, instead of Jay, it should only have been Jimmy, and this could have been the only match they did, and it actually would have been good. They didn't have to do two matches, week 1 and week 2. They could have just had a beatdown, and Naomi could have just came down and tried to protect him. That I would understand. The Usos had a ring segment talking. The Bludgeon Brothers came out. They got attacked. And Naomi came out and tried to protect her man. That would have been understandable instead of having that match. But what do we get here? Usos getting their asses kicked. Both of them. And Naomi makes some music hits. She comes down to the ring. And in the end, she's the one that helped them to win that freaking match because of her distracting ass. I'm sorry, it's in my face when she was wiggling that ass so... I'm not the type of person that would emphasize what a woman does with her body. But it was seen. It was a distraction for those guys. They're going, what the hell is going on? Is she shaking her ass at us? And then they got their asses kicked by Jay and Jimmy. And Jimmy won. Now that was something we have not seen yet. Not saying a woman hasn't gone and tried to distract someone to protect a man. That's not something that hasn't been seen before. It's just that we have not had an opportunity to a story to go with it. This is what we've been missing with Road Dogg. He doesn't write very good stories. Now, I'm not saying this is a perfect story. Nope. But at least we got something. Thank you that you at least gave us something a little bit different. And I'm not even saying Smackdown was great. It was okay. But at least it was something that I can say was done and executed well. Now, let me see. Am I forgetting anything? I'm trying to remember. Shelton Benjamin versus, at first I thought it was Jeff Hardy, but it was Randy Orton. Let me put it to you like this. The one problem I have with this is that Shelton Benjamin won, which I'm happy to see. He won over Randy Orton, which they both had a competitive match. And I admit, I enjoyed the match. I'm just wondering, would they even give Shelton Benjamin anything? Here's the problem I have. He's being used as a plot device. Mind you, seeing Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy match one another is fine. A feud with Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy is good. But I just want to see something with Shelton Benjamin. This second run, I want to see him do something, not nothing. But this is just me. You guys tell me below about Shelton Benjamin. Do you believe he's going to get a better shake this time in this draft than he had last time when he came in? It's just me. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace. Sorry if I forgot something. I am still sick.